Greetings and welcome to the Dakota County Star Podcast, the weekly podcast of the Dakota County Star newspaper published in South Sioux City, Nebraska. I'm Mike Carnes, publisher of the Dakota County Star and your host for our weekly podcast where we talk about what's going on in South Sioux City and the rest of Dakota County, highlight what is in this week's edition of the Dakota County Star, and discuss whatever other issues happen to be bouncing around inside that space between my ears. The Dakota County Star Podcast is sponsored by Maricela Morales, your Aflac Bilingual Benefits Advisor, located in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Give her a call at 712-259-6580. And now, time to launch the rockets and blast off with another edition of the Dakota County Star Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the Dakota County Star Podcast, exclusive here on DakCoStar.com. I am Mike Carnes, your host for the podcast and everything that's going on here in Dakota County. And happy Thanksgiving. By the time you're listening to this, you've no doubt had Thanksgiving with family and friends and had your tryptophan coma and watched some football, and hopefully you won money if you were betting on the games. And hopefully your team won, unless they were the Dallas Cowboys, and then, to heck with you. But it's good to be that time of year where we're getting to the holiday season. We're getting through Thanksgiving weekend, which means Christmas is on deck and right around the corner. And one of the great things about Dakota County is that every year, for about the last almost 8 decades, the community has been involved in something it's now called Cardinal Christmas baskets. It got it started as Pete's Feeders more than 70 years ago, and then the last 18 years it's been known as Cardinal Christmas baskets, and it's a great program that helps out people in need here in South Sioux City and here in Dakota County. And with us on the podcast this week is Angie Klemmensen, who's chairing the Cardinal Christmas Baskets efforts this year. And welcome to the show, Angie.
Thanks, Mike.
You bet. The Cardinal Christmas Baskets thing, tell us a little bit about how this all got started and what it's all about.
Well, Cardinal Christmas Baskets, we provide baskets of food to families of need. Pete's Feeders started 60 years prior to Cardinal Christmas Baskets taking it over 18 years ago. This is the 18th year. We hope to deliver 300 baskets this year to people in need in Dakota County. So,
and it's really kind of a neat how this whole thing comes together every year. And we'll kind of talk about that here. But one of the I guess to start off this year, your goal is to raise $35,000 for it, and right now we're a little over $4,200 according to the number I got for this week's paper, which you can see that on the front page. And I guess raising money for this is very important. Obviously, how do you guys go about raising money for that every year?
Well, we take financial donations throughout the year from people in the community, our businesses, people outside of the community, people that have moved away, people that are from Dakota County that no longer live here. So we do take donations through the mail, through the city. Then we also do, we will be ringing bells on Dakota Avenue December 6th. So people standing out there in the cold, trying to raise a little extra money for this as well. We also do canned good donations. That is being done at the schools, St. Mike's, South Sioux City, and Homer Community Schools. That started yesterday, and we'll go through the 16th.
Okay, so it takes a lot of funds and a lot of donations to make this possible. And the bell ringing thing that's coming up on Saturday, December 6th, I think from 9 to 3. Is that right? 9
to 3 on Dakota Avenue will be 21st in Dakota Avenue and 29th in Dakota Avenue.
All right, and then there's volunteers that take part in that. I'll actually be volunteering in one of the corners there, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've talked to my insurance guy, and he said it's okay to stand out in the middle of the street for situations like this. But if you get hit by a driver from Iowa, you're on your own. So we'll kind of cross our fingers on that. But it's a great effort to help out those in need. And you really don't realize just until I think the holidays, when the holidays come around, I think that's really when it hits people that there are a lot of people in need, not only here in South Sioux City but throughout Dakota County. So this is really kind of a neat opportunity to help people out.
It is. Last year I think we did 268 boxes. This year our goal is 300. I'm really close to that 300 number of recipients confirmed, so we're real close to our goal.
Okay, and then how do you get the names of people who are going to be receiving these boxes? Because that's kind of...
Yes, so the names come from the schools, the counselors, the organizations, churches, the people that are that would know if somebody's in need or not. So our elderly are, once they're on the list, they're always on the list. So and then our children, which there's so many out there in need that it's great. So
yeah. Now, this process is it's something that you're always working on this throughout the year, but especially during this time of the year. But the fun for me, having covered this story a few times, the fun part comes on Friday night, the night before the boxes get delivered. That's when the boxes get put together, and it is really something to behold.
I'm extremely excited. I have never gotten to do that. So this is the first year that I will be able to pack the boxes on, and that will happen Friday the 19th because we deliver on Saturday the 20th of December. So Friday the 19th at Memorial Hall here in South Sioux, we will be packing the boxes. All the canned goods that we have collected, we'll sort all those and then pack them in. And my understanding, it's a well-oiled machine that happens. Don't get in somebody's way because they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you stick an arm in the wrong time, you might wind up with a stub at the end of the night. But yeah, and it's really neat because the kids do a great job of collecting the food in the weeks leading up to this, and there's thousands of cans and dried goods and things like everything from ramen noodles to canned vegetables and fruit and soup and things like that. I mean, they go all out and do a great job of getting all that food lined up.
Oh, absolutely. My granddaughter's coming over to clean out my pantry tonight. So.
And then also the part of the boxes is there's also donations that are made from Tyson Foods and Hy-Vee. I think Tyson Foods provides much of the meat.
Yes, they provide the beef, and then in the funds that we raise, we partner with Hy-Vee to get prices so that we can get as much as we can in the box, and we go through their nutritionalist to make sure that we've got the right things in the box at Hy-Vee. So
there are not bags of M&Ms in there.
No. Maybe once in a while some cookies are donated, so you never know.
Somebody might get an Oreo slipped in their box there or something. Yeah. But it's a great effort by the community to do that. And like you said, on that Friday night, it is really neat. There are probably about close to 100 people that are involved in this, if I remember right. And then what they do is everybody starts with an empty box, and they just go from station to station. There's about 20 or so different stations that they'll get a couple of cans of this, a couple of cans of that, maybe a box of this, and then when it's all done, then they take them to the last table, and then that's where they
stack them up, get them ready for the next
boxes
day.
And get them ready for the next day.
Yep.
And then it starts about 9 a.m. on that Saturday morning.
8 a.m. at the Memorial Hall. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So,
and then people go take these boxes to
the families. Addresses. That's correct. We go knock on the doors and deliver some food and hopefully make some smiles. So
yeah. And I think that that's really the neat thing about it is from talking to people who have done that part of the process. For some people, they've never done anything like this before, and it's really an eye-opening experience because you get to see these families. You kind of understand what they're why maybe not necessarily why, but you understand that they are in a situation, and this is something that's going to just it's going to really make their holiday.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, very gratifying.
Yeah, very, very gratifying experience. We're talking with Angie Klemmensen from the Cardinal Christmas Baskets. She's cheering up the effort this year, and people. We talked about the bells. The bell ringing on Saturday, December 6th. People can also, if they want to send donations, food or financial donations, they can also mail them or take them to City Hall.
That's correct. You can mail them to Cardinal Christmas Baskets, P.O. Box 224, here in South Sioux City, 68776. City Hall, you could drop them off there as well. So Nancy Walsh at the City Hall. Mm-hmm. Food donations at the school, any of the schools. I think the Chamber of Commerce you can always drop things off at the Chamber as well. So,
yeah, there's plenty of options for people who want to contribute to the cause here and be a part of it in that way. And then if they want to help out with the process, they can be at Memorial Hall on that Friday night or that Saturday morning, depending on their schedule.
Absolutely, grab a friend, bring a vehicle, and there is quite a bit in the boxes, so they may be a little heavy, but we'll knock it out in 4 hours. I think they give us. I don't think it even takes that long. No, I think last year they did the 260 boxes in under 2 hours.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, yep. I was there last year when they put the ball and they were done within. I think it was they started at like 6 o'clock and by 7:30 we were out the door. So.
Oh yeah, Friday night. Oh
so
yes,
it was.
I showed up in time to help clean up.
kind of like a blister. You get there after the work's done, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right. And then, like we said, Friday night is when they do that. Friday night the 19th, and then Saturday the 20th is when the boxes get delivered. And this is kind of an ongoing thing. I think you guys still take in financial donations even
after. Yep, throughout the year. Yes. Yep. We check the box daily. City Hall will take donations anytime. So all year.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really neat event, and definitely something you want to be part of. There'll be volunteers ringing bells on Saturday, December 6th. They'll be on the corner of 21st and Dakota Drive and 29th and Dakota Drive. Actually, they'll be in the middle of the street. I think
in the middle of the street.
That's correct. It's kind of you're just kind of walking in the middle of traffic there, and people are always willing to give and be generous, and
absolutely,
and hopefully Mother Nature cooperates with us.
Fingers crossed
on that. Sounds like we're getting snow this weekend for Thanksgiving. So and I'm speaking of Thanksgiving. I'm sure you got family coming for
I do. The family's coming home, so they'll come home this weekend. They'll come home next weekend and help bell ring. So we're ready to go.
That's awesome. I'm going to my sister's house for Thanksgiving because you go where the good food is cooked.
Absolutely.
And it is definitely at my sister's house. In my house, I've been known to burn water. So it's not. It's generally not. Thank God for DoorDash. That's all I can say about my cooking abilities. So, so Angie, thanks a lot for stopping in and talking this week here on the podcast, and we look forward to seeing what Cardinal Christmas Baskets does this year.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Have a great weekend.
You too. We're going to take a time out. We'll come back. We'll tell you what's happening in this week's edition of the Dakota County Star. That'll be right after this time out. Back to the podcast in just a moment, but first I want to tell you about Maricela Morales. She's your local Aflac Bilingual Benefits Advisor, and she can help your small business provide benefits to your employees at no cost to your business. If you want more information, give her a call at 712-259-6580, and she can get you all the details. There's no obligation, and she can answer all your questions. So give Maricela Morales a call at 712-259-6580, your Aflac Bilingual Benefits Advisor in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Got photos? Need photos? Whether you need to transfer old photos or would like a copy of a photo you've seen in our paper, contact the Dakota County Star and we can help you out. The Dakota County Star can turn your old photos into digital images that you can use for everything from posters to scrapbooks. Bring your old prints in and we'll scan them and turn them into high-quality JPEG images that you can use however you see fit. And if you see some great photos in the paper, go to our photo website at mikeycproductions.smugmug.com and you can order prints digital images, or get your favorite print on a coffee mug. Plenty of options to choose from, and you'll see more than just what was printed in the paper. We offer award-winning photography options that you will enjoy. Whatever your photo needs, stop by the Dakota County Star or look us up on the web at www.datcostar.com.
Save the neck for me, Clark. Okay, Eddie.
And we're back here on the Dakota County Star podcast, and thanks again to Angie Klemmensen on Cardinal Christmas baskets. It's going to be a great year for that, and the effort's already brought in a little over $4,200 in donations, and you can get that information on the front page of this week's Dakota County Star. It's actually the lead story this week, as the effort to help over as many as 300 families here in South Sioux City and Dakota County. Also on the front page, if you've been around South Sioux City longer than 10 minutes, you know who Lance Hedquist is. Lance, of course, the city administrator here in South Sioux City, and he recently celebrated 45 years as the city's leader or city administrator, and he's also been involved in city government for 55 years. He actually worked for Simcoe for 10 years before he took the job in 1980 here in South Sioux City. And if you know Lance, you know that for somebody of his age, he's 75 years old. For somebody of his age, there's no slow in him. He's always moving, always busy, always involved, and so it's really neat to have him in our community. And so we did a little feature story honoring his 45 years, and that's on the front page this week as well. Also, there was a robbery last week here in town. Two people robbing somebody at a laundromat. Story on that. And if you also remember, last week we had a story about a child who was life flighted to Omaha after a car crash out on 77 in the Kingsbury interchange. We found out that he passed away from his injuries. So some information on that. Also, two promotions in the South Sioux Police Department. We got that in this week. Of course, short stories on city council and county board meetings, and a former student from Emerson receiving a major scholarship, or I guess a series of scholarships from South Dakota State University. On the opinion page this week, a little history about Thanksgiving from State Senator Glenn Meyer, and then customer service on the agenda for U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts. My column this week is little I guess words of wisdom to the younger generation, and to always be grateful for and appreciative of when your parents state publicly how proud they are of you. I think when you're in that certain age from about like 14 to your early 20s, you kind of your parents are out there, and that's really all you need. You don't want them to be around and step on your cool level or whatever, and sometimes our parents get a little crazy when they express their pride and their gratitude for what wonderful children they have, and I'll tell you what, as somebody who I lost my father about 2 years ago, and I would love to hear how proud he is of me, because I heard it quite a bit, especially in those later years, and that's not there now. So be grateful that your parents are proud of you, and take it all in and enjoy it. So also a little something about shopping local. Small Business Saturday is coming up this weekend, so make sure you get out and shop local here in South Sioux City with the holidays approaching. On the back page, some pictures from South Sioux City's One Act production, and also a story on the return of federal broadband funding by Governor Pillen. Something that I think if you are in the rural area, that's not good news, but it is what it is. So there's a story on that. This week's sports section, kind of a little photo page on the Unified Bowling team at South Sioux City Public Schools. For those of you who aren't aware what Unified Bowling is, it's kind of a mix where they have some of the special needs kids in the school district. They team up with kids who are athletes or who are involved in athletics, in the community, and they go bowling, and it's kind of got to be a big thing here in Nebraska. I know that coming from Wayne has a great bowling program overall, and so their unified bowling is involved in stuff there, and it's really kind of a neat thing to watch. So some pictures there on the unified bowlers. From the bleachers this week, the Bleacher Bum talking about those quote-unquote adults who show up at sporting events and then tend to make complete idiots out of themselves. So some information on that. Dan Neiman at the library sharing his thoughts on the holidays. Also, we have local news from our 5 communities in the area, including Jackson, Homer, Emerson, Dakota City, and Hubbard. And then news that you need to know, classified and legals, and some other stories to kind of fill things out this week. And then on the back page, the monthly end of the month Papio NRD page with the information from Papio Missouri River Natural Resources District. All that in this week's edition of the Dakota County Star, available on newsstands around the area. You can also get your subscription to the Dakota County Star. Call us at 402-494-4264 to get your subscription started. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Dakota County Star podcast here on DakCoStar.com. Thanks again to Angie Klemmensen from Cardinal Christmas Baskets telling us about what's going on with that. And if you want to get involved with that, give Angie a call. You can actually stop by her office over at Siouxland Bank, and she'll kind of help give you some details there as well. So thanks again to Angie. So have yourselves a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend, and we will be back with another edition of the Dakota County Star podcast here on DakCoStar.com in about a week or so. So have yourselves a good one, and we will see you later.